for the inspiration and recognition of science and technology.
For inspiration and recognition of science and technology.
For inspiration and recognition in science and technology.
For inspiration and recognition of science and technology.
First is about coming together as a team and accomplishing a goal. It's working together and trying new things, doing lots of tests, failing and learning. Sponsors help out a lot with getting people to competitions and teaching us different things that we might have issues with. The trips are really expensive, so sponsorship definitely helps everybody participate.
Why is FIRST important in your future career choice?
FIRST actually really helped me figure out that I wanted to go into the engineering field. I thought it was really cool back in middle school, and when I got into high school and actually started building robots, I really liked it. So I worked very closely with the mechanical team because they're some of my best friends. I helped them build the robot, even though I'm the treasurer.
More than just the robots, what does that mean to you?
It's not all about just building a good robot and competing. You also have to be gracious and professional. You help out other teams and you learn how to communicate with other people and accomplish goals together.
Explain your purpose in the club and say your name.
Hi, my name is Sebastian Rodriguez and I am the lead for community outreach this school year. What I have done this year is reached out to several elementary and middle schools to talk about how FIRST can impact them and what they can do in the future that could better themselves. We started programs in these schools such as FIRST Lego League and Vex Robotics. And throughout the year we've been mentoring the students every week.
How do you feel robotics has made a personal impact on these students?
I think robotics is a very interesting field compared to all the other fields out there because it combines mechanical, electrical, and computer science, and that just makes it more interesting. And hey, it's a robot, it can move, it can do these things, it's super cool, it's things that you see in movies. So what kid wouldn't want to do something crazy that you see in a movie that looks awesome while learning at the same exact time?
How do you feel all this community outreach work that you've done has helped yourself, like you on a personal level?
So on a personal level, I've worked a lot with kids. I've made amazing friendships with middle schoolers and elementary schoolers as I worked and mentored them throughout the year. That FIRST is so much more than just a robot. It's about learning and creating friendships and inspiring kids to be whatever they want, really. And so I learned that it's the most important thing in the world is really just to help people.
What difference or what effect do you feel a sponsorship has on a team?
A sponsorship on a team could make a difference between a team not being able to have funds to teach its students on robotics and to be successful as a team. And if they are sponsored by a sponsor, they will have a lot more success by having money for parts or money to register for competitions and really money for everything that is required to compete in these amazing competitions.
Does FIRST give back to the company?
So of course, if you sponsor a team, you could write that off on your taxes. But not only that, each team will give your thanks to you, stay in contact with you, give you little prizes and incentives. If end-of-year banquets that we have, we'll invite you and really show you how much we appreciate your help. And along the way, you'll make great friendships with students and you can get potential great employers for the future.
Do you feel like a large company such as NASA or Boeing, how would they benefit as far as engineers coming into their work field?
Well, big companies such as NASA or Boeing or SpaceX could benefit greatly from sponsoring teams because they can make sure that they're building up their future workforce in these kids in high school, middle school, elementary school by working with them. And so they could see for themselves that these kids are ready and they'll bring them straight into their company because they've already worked with them. So it's guaranteeing a good workforce for your future company.
The future with education is taking a shift towards teaching computer science in schools, and so I wanted to get kids that were interested. I wanted to get them started early, and so I would some Mondays I'd be teaching little programming lessons to students who wanted to stay and watch and learn. So I believe I'm teaching the next set of leaders in the field of computer science.
How do you feel, you as a programmer, how has that influenced you in your personal life?
Knowing how to program and then doing it with these robots, it's allowed me to think analytically and also approach problems knowing that there are multiple ways in which I can approach them. So it's made me open-minded when solving problems.
How has programming, you learning programming in the club, affected your career choice in the future?
Well, I started off freshman year not knowing a lick of any of the languages, and so I took up the position of programmer, and then from there I just took off. Since then, I've always just been interested in problem solving, and I think computer science is just one of the nice ways of solving problems.
How has first changed you?
Well, I would say I wouldn't be where I am today without first. It's just, I've gained so much experience, so much knowledge about teamwork, building a robot, programming a robot, and organization that I would not have learned if I wasn't on any team. So I would say first has shaped my entire future. Companies should sponsor first teams because, well, we're the future. The students coming out of this program are going to top colleges, top universities, with already the knowledge and the experience of working in groups and collaborating, which not many other programs can teach you that. So I would say the students coming out of the first program are the future leaders, innovators of tomorrow.
What benefits do companies get for sponsoring first teams?
In terms of sponsoring teams, these businesses not only get tax deductions, but they do have students that are much more willing to go into STEM fields. And many of these companies that sponsor, such as Motorola, they offer positions for first alumni to work with them, knowing that they're dedicated students that will not fail when it comes to producing high-quality work.
Why should people mentor our team?
So when mentors come to help the students out, teach them, it's really all about the connections that are formed there. Students not only get to learn, but they get to meet industry professionals, and they're able to grow alongside them.
Do you feel this leadership position has influenced your personal life?
Being president of Team Life has made me more responsible and more confident in leading others, and having a leadership position at competition, inspiring people to be better at what they do.
All right. How do you feel FIRST Robotics influences students just in general?
FIRST Robotics inspires people to work as a team and to open new doors in fields that they never would have realized exist or never thought they would be interested in. And that opportunity gives kids a lot of chances to succeed in life.
How has it influenced you specifically?
I guess it inspired me to look at different aspects of the engineering and technology fields. I never thought I would program. I never thought I would be able to design on AutoCAD or watch a CNC, learn how to weld. So learning all those different skills and having the opportunity to meet other people that know those skills is one of the most special things FIRST has given me.
How do you feel a sponsorship helps the club and helps the FIRST Robotics experience?
FIRST Robotics is not only a very expensive competition, but also a very complicated competition. It involves many aspects of having a company, having a team, such as marketing and business strategies, to media, to actually building, designing, cutting, programming. having a sponsor that can help us achieve our goals in any of those fields is as good as having a sponsor that just gives us money.
How do you feel mentors help the experience?
Mentorship is extremely important. It gives kids someone to look up to, someone to learn from. It's very difficult to learn how to use a drill press, how to use a CNC machine, how to weld on your own. And it's hard to imagine what to do with those skills after you graduate. Having a mentor gives you someone to look up to and gives you a way to imagine yourself being that way in the future, using those skills to make a living, to get a job, to go to college.
So why should a company sponsor a person? Like, what benefits does sponsoring a person have for the company?
Well, first of all, supporting a school gives you tax breaks, which is nice. Supporting a school is also very gratifying. According to previous mentors that we've had, they enjoy the time they spend with the students. We have a mentor from Motorola, programmer, who, on top of mentoring us, has actually become friends with a lot of the students, and they go out to dinner sometimes or play games online together. Having connections and networking is not just good for the students, it helps everyone involved, from the mentors to the sponsors to the students themselves. Also, the coverage that a sponsor will get by being put on our banners or being put on our robot or our shirts, it gives them exposure around the country because we compete all over. That can help a company that needs more customers. When we can talk about our sponsors, and people can become interested in that company. And I think that's something special that a lot of other sponsorships can't give, that national coverage.
Being a mentor, how do you feel that's changed you as a person?
For me, it's really a privilege to be a mentor, especially for first robotic clubs. To me, that is the best program ever for the students. It gives opportunity to students to learn about programming, designing, building, graciousness and professionalism. And the most important, they learn by having fun. And also first, it's an amazing program because it really provides a lot of money into scholarship for my students.
How do you feel the first program has influenced your students?
Oh, the first program really motivates my students. They are constantly trying to learn, to work in teams. They're working as a team, and they are really motivated to achieve next and different goals.
How do you feel mentors and sponsorships help the first program?
Being a mentor really helps our club because, first of all, there is a leadership. We organize, and I can inspire also students, organize them by groups depending on their skills, designers, mechanics, media, and then the rest, the students, they are more organized. As a president of the club, as vice president, they have very clear goals and roles, so the club works much better.
Pretty much to gain the most of the experience, right? You're gonna gain a lot of knowledge. You're gonna gain just with working with other people, you gain a lot of